Hey everyone, what's happening? If you're new to the channel, please take a second to hit the subscribe button and enjoy the video. Hey everyone, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. Well, I just gave the van here a bath, and we're getting ready to do a 10-minute build out on it before heading to the beach in Ocean City this 4th of July weekend. Most of the motels, if you can still find one, are between $400 and $900 a night. So this is going to be the perfect time to break in the van on a stealth trip to Ocean City. As you can see here, it's just the carpet floor that we put in a while back. If you watched any of those videos of when we got the van and cleaning it up, if not, you may want to go back and check that out. But it's just a carpeted floor in here. And like I said, we're just going to do a quick, simple 10-minute build out to make it usable for the weekend and save probably well over $1,000 in motel bills, which we'll use that money for other things like water parks and go-kart tracks and stuff like that. So I'm gonna get some of our gear here. Again, we're gonna probably be using a lot of the same gear as we use when we take the Wrangler and go to our off-grid property. So we have that big tote that we normally take along, if you've seen any of those videos or follow the channel. But a lot of that gear just stays in that tote, so that'll be a big chunk of the gear that we take. And then we'll just throw in a few other things that are going to be specifically for a beach trip instead of a woods and camping trip. But I'll get the air mattress blown up, and that's another difference with the van here. You can't use a queen size air mattress unless you would build a platform to get up over the wheel wells. So if you get a full size one, you can run it lengthwise front to back between the wheel wells. And also, if and when you would build a platform from side to side, the full will fit this way because we've already tested it. I was going to build a platform, but before doing any build out of any sort to the van, I want to get a trip in and see once what works and what doesn't, and get a better idea of what we want to do if we do build this out. But this is a Power Stroke diesel van, if you are new here to the channel and haven't seen any of the previous videos. So it is pretty rare, especially in the new body style and in the long extended wheelbase. I see so many people build out these vans using the short wheelbase, which I guess makes it a little bit nicer to get around town, but you lose so much space. It's so much nicer when you have the long extended wheelbase. You have probably an extra 20 inches of interior length inside the van, which with the small space, that's huge. But I'm going to get the air mattress pumped up here and get some of our gear in here and show you how cheap and fast you can do a 10-minute build out and be off on your adventures. And for the curtains, we're going to use this fabric I got at Walmart. It was 4 yards for $4. It was just in their assorted pre-cut fabric section. So it's a nice black material, and we're going to use that along with these magnets and make window coverings for these windows. So that'll be pretty quick and easy, and then the magnets, they'll just magnetize right here to the doors. Alright guys, and just like that, we are ready Got the air mattress in. As you can see there, a full size one like I was saying. Fits perfectly. Between the wheel wells, and it gives you a little space here to put some stuff on both sides. So that's pretty nice. And then it comes right up against the back doors here. And then all our supplies are stored in that tote. It's a 50-gallon one. And like I said, it's the same one we use when we go to our off-grid property. But it's 39 by 21 inch by 17 tall tote, 50 gallons, 200 quart. And that houses everything. That houses the stove when we aren't using it. It houses pots, pans, and any other gear that we may use throughout the trip. And then got a nice tabletop here on top of the tote, which is just some pine boards I had left over from a project. And then the stove itself on top there. Mainly we'll use that for coffee in the morning. We may cook a few light lunches or something like that just to save from eating every meal out. But on this trip we won't do too much cooking. Mainly just coffee. Then we got our cooler. Again, we won't have much food probably along on this trip. We may stop and get some at one of the Walmarts, but mainly that's going to be just cold drinks, because most of the parks, water parks, state parks, all that kind of thing, your drinks are extremely expensive. So it'll mainly just be a cooler full of ice and drinks to save from having to buy all them out. And then we picked up a USB fan. I was kind of surprised. I tested it out last night, and for as small as it is, it's a 4-inch fan. It moves quite a bit of air. It's pretty quiet, but it'll be nice just to have that light noise at night for sleeping. And then to charge everything for this trip, we have a Stanley 1000 peak amp, 500 instant amp jump box. Has built-in air compressor and all that kind of thing, but it has your 12-volt plug and USB outlet, so you can run pretty much anything you need. Charge cell phones, run that USB fan, and this should last quite a while. I know even them USB fans, some of the people were saying even on like a cell phone recharge pack, you could run it for 8 hours or so. So with a big jump box like this, should have no problems. And then when we are running the van, we can plug in and charge the box on the go. And then it does have an air compressor and all that in as well as a jump box itself, which don't expect to have to use, but you never know. But it's just a good all-around power source to keep your phones charged and for running some LED lights or anything like that overnight. And again, the fan, like I said, I think that'll be huge just to have the air movement and a little bit of noise. And then here's a view of the bed from the front side. Again, like I said, it fits in there perfectly. And on the extended model, it runs to just about the front of your wheel wells there. So it gives you a good probably 4.5, 5 feet in front of it for everything else. So we'll probably throw our duffel bag in there yet with all our clothes for this trip. And other than that, we are about set to head out. I'll get the blankets here on the bed next. I didn't want to put them on yet. I wanted to show you just how well this full-size mattress fits, if that's something you would want to do and have a full-size van. And like I said, if you do build a platform, it does fit width-wise as well. You just rotate the whole mattress and run it the other way. It's a tight fit, but it does fit perfectly. And if we do end up building this van out at any point, that's probably definitely the way we'll have the bed running. It'll free up another 2.5 feet of space, which will give you lots of room. If you would put kitchen maybe or something across the back wall, and then some seating here on the side, or put the kitchen on this side, which would probably actually be better. Then you could have your sink right here at the door, and the water jug will actually sit right down in here, so you can use that for actual water or for the drain for the sink if you would actually do a full build out. But again, just running it like this at the bare minimum for this trip to get an idea of how everything works and get more of an idea of what kind of layout we'll want to go with if we do end up building it out. But I'll get the blankets on here next and show you what that looks like, and with the water jug. Alright, and here we got the blankets all on there. So they cover up the mattress plenty and fill down in the cracks, because we use king size blankets. That way they work with any size mattress we use. And then, like I was saying here, we have the 6-gallon water jug that we'll use for water. Just for rinsing off, or we're making coffee or anything like that. And on these vans, the perfect spot for it is right down in here. You close the door, these water jugs sit in there perfectly. So most of the times you won't ever need to open your second rear door. You'll just use your front one here. So that would be a perfect place to put that. And on a lot of the van builds, that's actually where the kitchenette would be. That way you can open this door to drain your tanks or fill your water tanks or whatever, and then the back of the cabinet here is just open. That way when you open this door you can get to all that. But that is a 10-minute build out the day before leaving on vacation. So hopefully you enjoyed this quick little video. And if you're wondering where the shower or bathroom is in this van, as with most of the vanners, you don't need one. You got Walmart, you got all the water parks have showers and bathrooms, and all your state parks like Assateague Island, Fenwick Island, Chincoteague, and all those have bathhouses and showers, as well as bathrooms, and all your fast food places and 24-hour stores as well. So stay tuned. Tomorrow, right after work, we will hit the road, and I'll be taking you along and videoing our first weekend trip using the van here. Get to try out the propane stove for morning coffee. We won't be in the van much except for sleeping. Our days are going to be pretty full. We got a all-day pass at a water park for Friday. We got a 2-hour pass at the go-kart track on Saturday morning. And then, like I said, we'll be going to Assateague Island, Fenwick Island, or one of the state parks for the rest of the day and get our showers there. And then we have a couple different places that we can overnight park. If you're not familiar with Ocean City, there's no overnight parking pretty much the entire town, and a lot of places downtown directly in Ocean City it's illegal to sleep in a vehicle of any sort, including RVs, unless you're at a campground. But any street side parking or public parking and sleeping in your vehicle is actually illegal in Ocean City. So there are a few places, like I said, the Walmart is in Berlin, which is directly outside Ocean City, so you're good there, as well as all casinos welcome overnight parking, RVs, vans. So we'll see how it all plays out. But for Thursday night, we're going to leave here and head down. We're going to stop at the Walmart in Salisbury, Maryland, which is about 30 minutes from Ocean City. And we'll spend the first night there. So we're outside the city limits. And then head into Ocean City first thing in the morning. And then we'll go from there. But that'll all be in the next video. So like I said, stay tuned. And hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. But until tomorrow, that's going to be a wrap on this video. And I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe to keep these videos coming. You can also follow me on Facebook. The link is in the description below.